Africa is the second largest continent in the world, with only Asia being bigger, and it represents 20% of all of Earth's land mass. This continent is well known for its unique wildlife that includes the big five animals like rhino, elephant, and lion. Having lived the entirety of my life on this continent, I really like it. Africa lies me close to the heart, and I hope that we can preserve its natural beauty for many future generations to come. However, sometimes change is inevitable, and the African landscape is shifting under the pressure of climate change and human activities like deforestation, having a significant impact on the continent. To some extent, we can help to reduce the negative impacts of those changes that are linked to human activities. For instance, we can pollute and waste less, and we can protect forests and conserve wildlife. Still, some changes may occur irrespective of what humans do, like Africa splitting into 2 continents. Yes, you heard it right. The continent of Africa is going to split into 2 pieces that we shall call the continents of West Africa and East Africa, and in the process it will create a new ocean in between the land masses that, let's call it the African Ocean, and it will contain megalodons and giant squid and new coastlines where the Hollywood elite can come and relax at 10-star beach villas. Or maybe not. So exactly where does this notion come from that Africa is splitting into 2 parts? Stick around for a minute or two to find out why Africa could be splitting into 2 continents and along which geographical lines it could potentially do so, and how long in terms of time all of this will take. Firstly, let's chat about why the Earth's surface can move and what allows the movement to occur. The inside of the Earth is made up of multiple layers. Some are fluid and others are solid. It is the fluid layers that allow for the movement of the Earth's crust that partially floats on them. Magma is the molten or semi-molten natural material from which all igneous rocks are formed. And when it comes onto the surface, we call it lava. The Earth's crust therefore floats on the partially melted rock or magma of the mantle and the outer core, and pieces of the crust that are called tectonic plates move together as one single unit. The edges of these tectonic plates is where the movement is best observed relative to the adjacent plates and are called faults or fault lines. And as you may well know, it is along these fault lines that earthquakes and volcanic activity is often observed. Rifts can occur along these faults, and in Africa the East African Rift System (EARS) is actively pulling the Somali plate away from the Nubian plate, splitting the continent into 2 pieces. The East African Rift System is responsible for all the Greater Lakes in Central and Southeast Africa, and it is also along these lines that Africa could split. In 2018, a massive crack suddenly appeared in Kenya that stretches for many kilometers along the African Rift, and it destroyed houses and roads along its path. This is some of the early signs that Africa is starting to split, and the idea is that this rift will broaden over time and extend all the way to the Indian Ocean in the north and the south of the continent, filling up with seawater and broadening into a new ocean that will be flanked by the 2 breakaway pieces of Africa. This process will take a very long time, given that scientists calculate that the rift is widening by 6 to 7 millimeters a year. Expect the crack of the rift to widen by less than 1 meter over the next 100 years and 10 meters over the next 1,000 years, or 10 kilometers over the next millennium. So don't go rushing over to the Rift Valley to open your beach villa and surfing club yet. The African Ocean is not coming soon. My beloved Africa will still stay intact for some time to come.